Hey everybody, it's Margo here at my favorite quilt store with the second installment of Solar Flare. And I'm telling you, I started working on this week because I was able to get in my sewing room and get some things done. So what we're gonna do in this next section is block 2 and block 3. And as you can see, I've labeled each one. You need 4 block 2s and 4 block 3s. I've also gone around and put the letters of the fabric numbers that correspond to what I'm gonna sew in each one. Block 2 and block 3 are actually mirror images of one another. So that's why I broke them into 2 different blocks and did one, because you want to sew one with all the fabrics going one direction, and the other, block 2 has all the fabrics going one section, block 3 has all the fabrics going in the other direction. So you want to make sure that you have them set up properly. I also did mine in 2 colors so that I knew that block, easily from the thing I could see block 2 was pink and block 3 was green. So I did that, put a little Sharpie on there and put the block 2, block 3, got my papers ready. I've also worked on pre-creasing this because that's what I found was easier the last time. So I went through and creased on the line first before I even started sewing, so that once I started sewing, it made this so much easier to go back and fold and cut and take care of cutting away, because this paper is a little stiff when you first start. So secondly, after I got my paper and organized, and you can see it is kind of a little crumbly right now, because that's what you have to do to make it flexible enough so that you can use it easily when you're doing it. So this is the paper before we start. So then what I did next was I cut out all of the strips that we needed for this section, and I also laid them in order of the fabrics. So this is Q and goes all the way to the center. These 2 are the center pieces, and then this one goes all the way to the edge. So I can show you, this is block 2, as you can see from the back. This is what block 2 looks like. So block 2 goes from here this way and from here this way. So if I have my strips set up, I can easily make block 2 without having any problems getting it in the right directions. So that is how I set my fabric up for me to sew, so that I'm ready to pull the strip when I need it and have the right strips available. So this is what block 2 looks like finished. So then block 3 is exactly the same thing except opposite. As you can see, if we lay it this way, it's exactly opposite of what we did on block 2. It goes from here to here. So what I did when I got ready to do block 3 was I just took these fabrics and reversed them. So I moved all of the ones that were on this side over and reversed it so that I had it set up exactly opposite for the next round. So I started with these 2 in the center and then worked my way to the outer edge, moving the fabric strips the second time so that I had them all in place for block 3. And that's why it's easiest that once you get these fabrics set up how they're supposed to be, it's much easier to sew all of block 2, then move to block 3, then move to block, and then you're done, so that you don't have to, so you don't sew any of the fabric in the wrong direction. So now that I've got them reset up for block 3, let's take a look at this and see. And as you can see, now they mirror image, they go this way here and then this way here. So now when I go to sew this block, I start in the center with these 2 and then sew outward. And I did the same exact thing this time as I did last time, where I sewed the center 2 first, and then I just worked outwards on each side, because I find that easier than doing all of one side and all of the other side, because then I can press and not get up as many different times when I'm sewing. So this block is really fun, and when it comes together, it looks like this. So, and this is going to go on the side of the on the sides of the center square that we currently have made. So mid-month, when we do our next live, and call in, I'm going to have these sewn together and sew them together, and then we'll show how to start sewing the quilt together to make the next section and have it all sewn together, so we can see what we have to sew together and what we don't sew together and what we're waiting on to sew. So in mid-month, in 2 weeks, I'll have all of this put together so that we can see how to sew it all together. But these are the 2 blocks. If you start getting them paper pieced, then we'll be ready to go on to the next step of putting it together. The other thing you do at the same time is you cut out the 2.5-inch squares. I haven't sewn mine together, 4.5-inch squares. Haven't sewn mine together for the outer border, but here they are all up in consecutive order so that they're ready to sew. So I can have that done too, so that the third border outside this is ready to be, our second border outside is ready to be put on too, whenever the quilt is getting close to being finished and put together. So I would, and so that I don't lose any of these along the way, since they're so small, I go ahead and sew them together now so that I have them all together for when I'm ready for the end. So if you have any questions, please email them to us, because mid-month we're gonna answer questions. Join us for Facebook Live when we do it. I think it's 2 Fridays from now that we're going to be on Facebook Live. We'll actually post an event for that, and that we can answer any questions, see your progress. I'll show you how to sew the next part together. So y'all, happy sewing. Until then, if you need anything, just let me know. Happy sewing.